have the Lego figures. And on this side, we have the Justice Magician figures. At first glance, they do look very similar, but there are some key differences between the two sets. We'll start with the people. We have Dumbledore here. On this side, we have the Lego Dumbledore, and this is the Justice Magician Dumbledore. Hair is pretty much the same. Outfits are pretty similar. Although, one thing I did notice, if you take off his head and his beard here on both of them, his shirt on the Justice Magician set, if I can get it off here, there we go. His shirt, his pants came off because these ones do not fit together nearly as tightly as the Lego people. They fall apart very easily. If you look at their two outfits, Dumbledore's shirt, or his arms, have been put on backwards on the Justice Magician set. Now you can pop the arms off and switch it around, but I found it interesting that the way that it was packaged with his arms made his shirt completely backwards. As one side, they have two faces on each of them. We have the Lego one that has the gold glasses, and then the Justice Magician one has the black glasses. And if you turn the head around, these are the no glasses side. And they're very similar, a little bit different. The wrinkles are a little darker on the Justice Magician. He has whiter hair on the Justice Magician and grayer hair on the Lego version. But all in all, fairly similar for those two. Harry Potter has some significant differences. First glance, you can tell that both of them are in fact supposed to be Harry Potter. The Lego one has the round glasses. The Justice Magician one has more rectangular glasses. Also, in the Lego one, he has a scar on his head, as he is supposed to. The Justice Magician, Harry Potter, does not have a scar on his head at all. And the hair is different. There's no spot for the scar to show through the hair. Whereas on the Lego version, there is a little opening in his hair that you can see his scar when his hair is on. That's probably the largest difference between the two. These also have two faces. We have our happy face and our scared face, which again, pretty similar. The glasses still are the different shapes between the two. For Hedwig, they are almost identical. Very, very similar. Just on the Justice Magician Hedwig, there's these two marks on the sides of his head, or her head, pardon me. Hedwig is a girl, but they're pretty similar. Then we move on to Hermione. Again, she's pretty similar. Features are a little bit different, a little darker on the Justice Magician. Hair color is a little bit different. The shinier plastic is for the Justice Magician set. I don't know why everything is a little bit shinier, but it seems to be. The clothing is pretty similar, a little bit different at the edge of the sweater, but everything else is fairly similar. They also both have two faces, the happy face and the scared face. This Hermione, the pieces do not fit together as well on Justice Magician. I don't know if I can even get that out. But this is the scared face. The Justice Magician face looks very similar to the Harry Potter scared face. I can't seem to get her hair off. Anyway, we also have Jericho over here. Very similar little faces here. Again, darker on the Justice Magician side. He also has two faces. Both of his look kind of angry. This one, he looks very angry. That's the Lego one. On the Justice Magician side, if I can get his hair off without taking his head off. There we go. And this one, he looks more surprised, scared. Then with the Sorting Hat, the main differences between the Sorting Hats is the Lego one is quite a bit duller. The Justice Magician one is a shinier plastic. So I guess it looks more true to life, being a dingy hat on the Lego side. We have our two brick separators, which are almost identical. Of course, the Lego one has the Lego branding on it on both the dots here and at the base. It says Lego. This one does not have any branding at all. The main difference I noticed was that the Justice Magician brick separator is much thinner here at the bottom than the Lego one, which might be easier to get the bricks separated, but then again, it might also make the plastic break easier when you're trying to separate two pieces that are super tight. Here are our mirrors of Erised, also very similar, but the Lego brand has a much more reflective mirror. You can see me here in the reflection on that one. You can't see me at all in this one. It's much more dull. Same thing with the Dumbledore side. I got our Ron side on this side. And on this side, we have Professor Quirrell. Again, you can see my reflection in one side and not in the other. The Fox the Phoenix, he looks almost identical in these two. Not much difference in the two at all. The pieces were much harder to put together on the Justice Magician side than the Lego ones. They fit together much easier. The two boats are also quite similar, but as you can tell, the lantern there, any of the translucent pieces, they're much clearer in the Lego set than they are in the Justice Magician set. It's much more cloudy. I'm not sure what those little circles are on the bottom of this boat on the Justice Magician side, but the Lego side does not have that. And then we have our Basilisk. Again, looks very similar, but in this case, the Lego set is shinier than the Justice Magician set. This black is a little bit more dull. It's a little shinier here with the Lego set. You can kind of see how it reflects a little bit more of the light here. Both of them are jointed. They move pretty easily on both sides here, and the mouth opens up for both of them. This shows the Basilisk's teeth. Can show both of the snakes. So those are the main differences between these two sets.
Check out the description below for links to the other videos in this series, and stay tuned for my next video moving on to the build of Bag 2.